this course, ECO121. It's a very interesting course, and it happens to be the very first tutorial. Apart from the revision tutorials of this course we have on the channel. Basically, it's for 100 level. Last first semester of last semester, I think they are in 100 level second semester now. This is actually the first proper tutorial we are having for this course, ECO121. It's all about economics this evening, and we're going to be talking about some amazing and interesting things. Economics is one very interesting course that you want to take advantage of. It's one course you can pass easily because it deals with reality. Everything it deals with, everything that makes up economics, it's all about reality. Getting to know better how to trade, transactions locally and internationally and nationally. All right, it's economics today. So with this being said, let's hop straight into it. All right. Now we have ECO 121. So we'll be taking it from the conception, right? Taking it from the conception. So just a minute. Okay, Mr. Johnson says good evening. Good evening, Mr. Johnson. It's great to have you on the stream. Okay. I'm just trying to see what I have from here. Alright, I think I need to adjust my camera a bit. It's a little bit tilted. Okay. Awesome. I think it's better now. Okay, now let's proceed. So we have economics. Okay. Now, when we say economics, what are we talking about? Comes into mind when you hear the word economics. Basically, economics is science, all right? It's a science because it studies, it observes. Now, it's a science which deals with science that is particular, science that is obsessed with the study, all right? Wealth creation, it deals with what? Well, this is the science that deals, unlike every other science, this particular science deals with wealth creation through what? Production of goods and services, and how they are distributed, as well as how they are consumed. So we have the key points. We have the key points as we have wealth. All right. Okay, wealth. Okay, we have wealth creation. All right, that's the first key point. And how do you intend to create wealth? Through the production of what? Production of goods and services. It deals with wealth creation. How do you intend to create wealth? Produce something. All right, what are you giving? I think it was yesterday. Yeah, BFN 104. When we were talking about money, there has to be something you are giving in value in order to get it. Okay, you don't just get it like that. That is why it's scarce. You have to give something. Now, for wealth creation, what are you willing to give to create that wealth? Then you go through the production of what? Goods and services. When you produce goods and services that are required by people, that is in demand, definitely you will create wealth. All right. Now, through the production of goods and services, it's not good enough to produce these goods and services. You also have to talk about, okay, you have Mr. Kalista is great to have you on the stream. Okay, Mr. Eric is great to have you as well. Now you deal with the production of goods and services, wealth creation through the production of goods and services, and how you intend to what? Distribute. And this does speaks about sales. All right, sales. Okay, how you intend to distribute them, and how, as well as to monitor consumption, to monitor the trend, to to monitor the trend, you have to still think about consumption. So that's why it's referred to as a science. It's a holistic view. All right, economics is a science. It's a science that deals with wealth creation. All right, wealth creation in the sense that you have to. Let's just observe the proceedings. All right, let's observe the process. It's a science. This science has nothing to do with observing how human being behaves or observing the growth or the life cycle of a plant or animal. This science called economics here is particular. Are we together? Because this is the foundation. We are treating the foundation of this course now. In your second semester, 100 level, it's going to be a continuation. This is one course that you keep doing till your 200 level, second semester. I think it's a 300 level that it might change. But 100 level first and second semester, first and second semester, 200 level, they are just, what they do is that they keep building up. Okay, Mr. Yusuf, it's great to have you on the stream. They keep what? Building it up. They keep building it up. So if you can understand the concept from the inception, understand what? The concept from the inception, that makes it easy for you. So it's a science, that is what it is. And this science deals with, in particular, wealth creation. And how do you intend to create wealth? Now, this science said you have to produce what? Goods and services. And these goods and services is what you can convert into wealth. Okay, now, is it good enough to just produce these goods and services? How do we convert it into wealth? Now, there's a process. Now, the process is what? You have to distribute. Now, that distribution process is what we are now referring to as sales. You have to give it out, and making sales, other things are also involved. You have to, have a targeted audience. You have to have a plan, a strategic plan. You also have to sometimes do sales promotion, marketing, advertisement. All these things is still under. It can be categorized. It can be subcategories under distribution. And we have the consumption. It does not just end as you just pushing it out into the market just like that. You still have to observe how it's being bought. All right, the consumption trend. All right, you have to still observe it to know, okay, that in the next 10 years we are still going to be in business, or this is one thing that we will do, and in the next 5 years we are out of business. So you still have to observe how it's being consumed and what are the feedbacks. Under this one now, you get feedbacks, you get how well the goods are. It helps you to develop even the production process. So we have that as economics. All right, now this is just the tip of the iceberg. There are a lot to still talk about under this. Now let's proceed. All right, if you are on the stream and you're here to introduce yourself, just like we have some prestige students here who have done that already. Like we have Mr. Zuba says, good evening, boss. I have submitted my notes in the private class. Awesome. Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Zuba. I will check to confirm that. Thank you. It's our nature here. Each of your classes, each of your courses, we go through all the courses and each of this. All right, so as we are going through the classes together, you are taking down notes. You are helping yourself to familiarize with the subject matter, and you're also helping. You are strengthening your writing skill. All right, you become a better writer when you write consistently. Okay, you even become as you are writing, you are also helping yourself in spellings as well. So all these things, you cannot underestimate them. They work together. They are units. All right, they are units that make up a whole. Having not something that happened overnight. All these things work together and get you to that junction. All right, so we have Mr. Ola says, good evening, sir. Good evening, it's good to have you. Miss Viv says, good evening, sir. Good evening. Not Bed of Roses says, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Miss Simi also said, good evening. And we have Mr. Johnson says, good evening. Mr. Kalista says, good evening. And we have Mr. Eric and Mr. Hazan. It's great to have you all. If you are here to all smash the like button, do well to do that. Now let's proceed. We have definition. We've spoken about economics already. Now we have that as that. Now let's proceed. Now, economics can as well be seen as, it can as well be seen from different angles. as we have a lot of scholars, a lot of economists, a lot of experts in the field who have said a thing or two about it. We have the likes of Adam Smith, the likes of Ricardo, the likes of Thomas Malthus, the likes of Thomas Malthus. We have the likes of John, and we have the likes of Karl Marx. However, now I'm going to be talking about series, but basically, holistically, there's no definition we want to give that is outside this one we have given. But for the record, let's just go through it very quickly. Now, someone in his book, An Essay of Nature and Significance of Economic Science, received a lot of criticism, all right? But his definition still remains the most acceptable definition of economics. That person is not that person than who? Lionel Robinson. Lionel Robbins, all right? In his book, he wrote a book titled An Essay on Nature and Significance of Economic Science. Okay, we have an essay of nature, all right, an essay of what? Of nature and significance of economic science. Economic science. Now, in this his book, he gave a resounding, all right, let's go to smash the like button. He gave a resounding definition of the term economics, although it attracted a lot of critics. But nevertheless, be that as it may, his definition of the term still remains the most mainly acceptable definition. Now, he referred to it as the science of human behavior. According to him, he said, economics is a science, all right, which studies human behavior as a relationship study what? Human behavior as a relationship. Alright? Relationship with what? Relationship between, alright, ends and scarce means which have alternative uses. As the relationship between what? Ends and scarce means. Or which have what? Alternative uses. Alright? So we have that as that. Now, we have, according to Lionel Robbins, and the key points here, let me get another shade of marker so I can highlight the key points. It's easier. Behavior, ends and scarce means are what? Alternative uses. Are the key words. Now, important, let's talk about the importance of economics. Now, speaking of which, what are the importance? I'm going to erase this very quickly. All right. Now, we have importance of economics. Now, the study of economics has certain importance, has certain benefits. All right. And we're going to be highlighting them just moments from now. I refer to this as the significance as well. Now, the study does what? It assists individuals. Okay? It assists individuals in the society to understand the decisions of household, business, governments, and based on the needs. Now, this is it. Educate members of the state. Let's not forget, we are not here to copy, like we're not here to recite the material. Okay? The reason why we're having this class is to simplify the material, not to recite it. So it might not be word for word with what we have in the material, but definitely, believe me, it's still based and structured according to the material. Okay, now important is that it educates members of the state, all right? And who are these members of the state? We have household, businesses, and governments, all right? These are the people that makes up a state. Now, what does it educate them about? It educates them about the decision-making process, all right? The decision, the economic, economical, the decision of now this economical process. Okay, I think the network is fluctuating again. Now, when we say educate them, okay, we are back. I think it's a thing with the network. Network is trying to misbehave this night. I think it's stable now. Okay, so let's proceed. I don't want us to spend so much time because we have other classes after this class, and I wouldn't want any clash. Network, please agree with us. Network, we insist you agree with us, please. Now let's proceed. So basically, the economic decision right now highlighted here, economic decision is not an individual thing. Okay, we are talking about it now on an aggregate level, which has to do with the decision household makes on a daily basis, businesses and government, and all these decisions okay, all these decisions, they are also influenced by certain things. All right, they are also influenced by what? The human behaviors, structure, needs, and constraints. As a result of what? Now, structure, needs, constraints, and everything now still boils down to what? Scarcity. Are we together? Everything boils down to scarcity. Now, this analysis, okay, it is a very comprehensive analysis, just like what we did the other time. Now, importance, this importance, under this structure now has to do with the policies. Okay? Now, this need now has to do with the income of an individual. Now, this need now has to do with the income, also the what? Purchasing power. And as well, constraint also has to do with the income, purchasing power, taste, availability. A lot. If you keep breaking it down, we'll understand better, but there's no need to rush. We are still going into into the course. We'll get to understand all these things very well. And this one now, we have deflation, and we have, so this is what it educates you. This is how it educates you. Okay? Economics, it goes a long way. It helps you as an individual how to spend, how to put money into good use, how to be rational. These are the important, the list is endless, but these are just to mention but a few. All right, now let's continue. Agrees with us. Okay. Now, we've spoken about the importance. Now let's just keep going. Okay, now, it does deal with what? Every dynamic and delicate forces of human nature. Okay, economics also. Okay, every dynamic and delicate and what? Delicate forces of human nature. Delicate forces of human nature. Okay, that's, as you can see here, that the importance, of economics. Now let's proceed. We are running out of time. Let's proceed to the principles. All right, principles. Now, this field of economics is divided into two main areas. All right, two main areas: eco field, we have individual, and we have society. Now, where are we heading? Now, the study of individual, their economic decision, and how this decision, intermingle is called, microeconomic is what you will major. People in 100 level second semester now, this is what they are majoring in now under economics, micro and macro. Okay, I will explain that better. Let's just now, why for the society we see more of the overall, all right, functioning. That is for macro. Now, a quick one for this two. Now, as you can see, this falls under individual. I'm going to shade a different shade of marker to highlight it. Individual. So now, how does this explain this? Simple. When we say micro, from the word micro, all right? Small, like your memory card, your micro card. Small, concentrated, niched down, targeted, streamlined, focused. Okay, micro. This is the kind of economic activity that is deliberate, that is particular, that is concentrated, that it's all about, that is encompassed with the observation and studying of economic decisions by who? Individuals. All right? By who? Individuals. That's what it is. And for macro, macro is more of large, all right? All right? National. Let me just put that national. The overall, the aggregate economic activity overall. All right? So we have that on that. And on this note, we'll call it a wrap for today. So I'm going to give us an assignment on this. I want your own touch. I want your own taste. I want your own input on the case study this night, on our subject matter this night. Okay. Let me give an assignment. Okay. Now, with a feeling of your touch, define the following terms. 1. Micro economics. All right, with the feeling of your touch. All right, let me just, with the feeling of your touch, define the following. It's okay to make your research, okay, but I don't want you to do copy and paste. Please don't do copy and paste. I want you to read it, understand the concept. What does it mean? Understand it, then put it back in your own word. That is what I expect from you. And please submit to me. If you don't know how to reach me on www.tutorayo.com. You'll get my, on the website, everything you want is there. Past classes, you want to book your TMA, exam, past questions and answers, summaries, exam keynotes, everything is here. All right. And you can also reach out to me from this website. There's a WhatsApp icon there. Just click on it. It takes you directly to my WhatsApp. So on this note, we'll call it a wrap for tonight. Thank you very much, everyone. For those of us that came late, no issue. We can always still come back for the class and we watch and attend to our assignment. Thank you very much, everyone. And I look forward to seeing subsequent tutorials. Bye-bye.